with you. Just give a brief description of your character and who he is, what he does, why he's involved.
Farkas is a young man whose father is originally from Iceland, but he lives in
Patterson,
Patterson with
New Jersey.
New Jersey with his mother, and he doesn't really know much or anything really about his father. All he knows from him is that he had this jacket and this leather gloves that he used to wear, so now he wears them. It's sort of like an inherited gift. Um, and then his mother got, sick and needs financial support, which he's trying to find ways to provide desperately. And as a result, he started off doing small jobs, but they're not really getting him much anywhere. It's just not enough money flowing. So he ends up resorting to making use of, getting involved with the Crimson Eagles, getting into this gang of young hoods who aren't really like any sort of like big time criminals. They're more just, organized small time folk, but they know the streets well. They know how to run little jobs here and there. So he got involved with them, and they're working together, and he's making more money this way. Um, but now the treatment that his mom requires is even more expensive. So he's stepping away from that sum, and he's taking a job with this new group, um, a group that apparently needs local protection, local knowledge, um, someone that might be like a muscle or so. So that's what he's going to be doing. He's a young man. Um, One of those like he tries to put up a tough demeanor and just be like really stoic, but deep inside he's just like a heart of gold, really, and just wants to help make his community a better place. So that's
All right.
his life story so far.
Hold on. I'm sending Shell the meeting ID link. Continue, please. Michael. Samir.
Yes, yes. So Samir basically grew up in the Middle East, particularly like in Iran, to the fall of the Shah in the 70s. A lot of revolutionary stuff going on, a lot of exposure to violence, trauma there. Parents were on the wrong side of the revolution, obviously, so they made their way to the United States. Father basically wasted his time, not really adjusting well to their new country, because, over in Iran, he was a revolutionary and very desired by the opposition. And in the United States, he's just another refugee. So he kind of wasted his time, drifted. Same thing with his mother. She basically just kind of drifted away, never really found her place. And because of this, Samir ended up basically on the streets. Mix between book smarts and street smarts, I would say. A little more street smart than book smart. Learn how to hustle to get by, especially studying con men and a little bit of psychology, I would say too. Particularly studying the criminals in the neighborhood and how they were able to convince people to go against their best interests in order to do what they wanted, and eventually got found out by a federal prosecutor and a cop, and they basically covered for him, realizing that the danger he was in, but also the danger he could potentially put them in, because it's a very dangerous game in this world. To be a federal prosecutor and a cop, you can't be too clean and you can't be too dirty.
Okay. All right, Michelle, welcome. Michelle, can you hear us? Michelle? She's in, but I can't hear her yet. Slowly but surely.
See if she's got her stuff on.
Yeah. Hold on. Just told her by accident. All right. Michelle, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Michelle? Michelle, I am reaching from the great beyond. Can you hear us? Please forgive the slight technical difficulties. Opening night's always the tough one, right?
Yeah.
Michelle, can you unmute yourself? Michelle? I don't even know if she can hear us or not.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yay!
God, everything isn't working on this today.
What's up,
I
hon?
don't think that I can turn video on. It won't let me.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. We will make do. This is what we do. How are you doing today?
Good. It seems to not want to because I don't have the subscription.
Okay, that's weird. All right, Michelle, welcome to the group. We have Leandro, who's playing Farkas. Clay, who's playing Al.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
We have Michael, who is playing Samir, and you are playing Honey. So I'm
Yes.
going to let you just give a brief description of your character real quick for the group, and we'll go from there.
Honey is Korean. She might look like a teenager, but she's near 30. Background, she's been kind of on the run from there. She spent a lot of time as a fix-it person for social media for K-pop and many of the different kind of K-pop culture pop things. So she's kind of found herself displaced and maybe looking to get even.
Okay. And all of you, we'll start since we have almost everybody here. All of you have essentially been brought together essentially by fate, happenstance, an island in which, the rich and the famous were utilizing, hey, there you go. Where the rich and the famous were using, children for nefarious ends. You all were brought together essentially since that case kind of ruined everybody's lives. You're brought under the auspices of Horner and Associates. What is Horner and Associates? Well, it's whatever you guys can make it out to be. It's essentially Al, after rescuing a bunch of kids and helping out a cop and a prosecutor, prosecute those who are doing horrible things on that island. Pretty much you guys had just enough money to essentially build a business license. But when you bought the when you rented out your office space, pretty much you didn't have enough money to change the file name on the internet and the augmented reality system. So Horner and Associates really doesn't exist. Horner and Associates are you guys, obviously, but there is no Horner, there are no associates, it's just you. That's how the system works. Each of you, each of you have been brought here, pretty much by your own circumstances. Farkas, you were in the community, and they needed, they need community protection and they need help. And well, these guys look like they might actually be able to make you some money, so that will help out you and your dear mama. Al, you pretty much started this because, well, you got fired from the corporation. You lost, you lost all chances for gainful employment, but you had enough money to really kind of start this going. So Al has kind of done this as a way of keeping, excitement in his life. Honey has, Honey essentially helped crack open this case using her hacking skills and is pretty much, well aware that she's probably persona non grata wherever she goes. So she really doesn't have pretty much anywhere else to kind of hang her hat. Samir, you actually helped with the case a lot because, well, you had an idea of where these kids were coming from and where they were going. And in helping out the cop and the prosecutor, you pretty much, you have not many places to kind of hang your hat. So there you go. Horner and Associates it is. All right. Any questions?
No, I'm good. I'm trying to
All right.
concentrate on the game because I can't do this.
So, your first, you guys have been together for about 3 months now, and the case that you are actually currently working on has been one that, well, honey, you know all about it, and you know exactly how it works. And it's essentially this. Somebody has actually released a meme virus. Okay? A meme virus is a way of essentially psychologically getting into people's minds and essentially saying to them, hey, listen, these guys are really bad. You hate them too, don't you? Because if you don't hate them, you're a terrible person. And you don't want to be a terrible person, right? And Michelle, you're muted again.
So it's essentially like the virus is like Xavier if he wants into your head and he tells you and creates your reality.
Not quite. He's not telling you what to do, but what happens is that the virus is an adaptive program that psychologically knows from your net history, what you look at, what you like, what's going to trigger you. So it might say, for instance, if you happen to really be a really, really, really person into animals, they might say, hey, listen, your local pizza mart takes puppies and drains their life fluids and gives those life fluids to the rich and powerful. You hate that pizza mart, right? Pizza mart is bad. And that's exactly how these meme viruses work. They get you all involved in it. So, you don't want to be a bad person because you like puppies. And it actually adapts to that. And somebody wants the local pizza mart out of business. In fact, there have been 3 pizza marts by this particular owner, it's a franchise, that have been burned to the ground thanks to the meme virus. So they've actually hired you to actually provide protection. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to approach this because there's only one Pizza Mart left, and nobody wants it burned down because that means you guys don't get paid.
Is there free pizza
Wait,
included?
Is there free pizza
and it
included?
means you can't really buy pizza anymore from this place.
What was that?
It also means you can't buy pizza anymore from this place.
It means that you can't buy pizza more from this place anymore. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, Pizza Mart is a franchise, but it's the only one left in Patterson because the other three have been burned down thanks to this meme virus that has been, put out there trying to get people to influence and hate this Pizza Mart, especially these four Pizza Marts, because they're owned by this one particular guy.
I'm thinking that, like for my character at least, I'm thinking maybe a more like humane angle might also be like, yeah, I'm only in this to get paid, he says, but like deep inside he might be thinking, oh, I know, like, I don't know, Tony or someone that works there, and he has like a young
Oh,
daughter or
absolutely.
something. And
Absolutely.
yeah, he wants to
Uh,
help them.
Farkas might know many people from the neighborhood who go to this Pizza Mart. I mean, you're a neighborhood guy, so you know exactly like who goes there, who doesn't go there, who works there, and so on. And even some of your guys might be 100% behind getting into this. So like you might want to help them out.
Gotcha.
So I know who Clayton is. He's Alvin.
Yes,
Samir, what's your which character is you? I'm just trying to put which character name is Samir's.
Samir is Samir. That's his
Oh,
character
okay.
name.
Okay. And then
Leandro is
Leandro,
Farkas.
he's Farkas. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything straight. Okay.
All right. So, what's everybody going to do? You've been given this case. How are you going to approach it? How do you guys want to handle it? The owner of the business is sitting there pretty much going like, guys, I need your help. If they burn down my last pizza mart, I'm out of business. I do not have the money to recover from this. And the insurance companies don't cover meme viruses. So what do? I need your help.
Well, does that cover arson?
Not caused by meme viruses. I didn't pay the extra money for that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Forgot the meme
He's like,
virus
is
protects
Mr. Horner
insurance too.
around at all? Maybe he can help me?
Am I the only person old enough to remember Remington Steele?
no, I don't remember it.
It was basically it was a Pierce Brosnan early detective show. Yeah, but whenever they would ask for Mr. Steele, he was never around. No, Mr.
Also, Charlie's Angels is the same premise.
Yeah. What's his name again? Oh, you mean Mr. Horner. Yeah, Mr. Horner is not in at the moment. But we are all very qualified to speak on his behalf.
Okay, I
And
need
things.
help here. So how can you help me? There's only one Pizza Mart that I own left. What can we do here? Can we please come up with a solution to this? How can you protect it? At least in the short term, so that I do not have to worry about being destitute and not losing my income and my family and possibly even my my life.
Can you tell us when was your last notable attack? Is it happening every day? Was it
It
frequency?
happened last week. It began last week. These memes started showing up that I was murdering puppies and killing children and all of this terrible stuff that happens only in my pizza bar. And so all these people started showing up, protesting, attacking, getting aggressive with my employees. We tried to scrub the internet as much as we could, but it still kept on coming. It kept on affecting people in the area and telling them all of this terrible stuff about us. And people began believing it.
So do
Do
we know
you
if this
have
is?
it? Oh,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was going to say, do we know if this is just like, a case where public opinion has been turned against people, or
Yes,
is this actually
it's
like a rewrite?
no, it is a public opinion thing.
Okay. Okay.
No, nobody
Have
has
you
the technology to really rewrite the brain that way. Not yet.
have you pissed anybody off lately? Do you suspect somebody?
There are a couple of people that I do suspect. A couple of disgruntled employees. My ex-wife. My ex-wife has tried to get the business several times from me. Um, a couple of disgruntled employees, and then there have been a couple of business owners in the neighborhood who really would love the land on which my pizza marts are.
So, here's what I'm thinking. I still have my old guys from my old gang. Uh,
Yes.
they're, they're not exactly heavy guys, but they can put up a good fight, and um, they love pizza. So you offer them a couple free pizzas. I think they could like stake out the place, and for now, just as a short-term solution, just keep the place secure. Make sure nobody comes in to burn it in the middle of the night or something. So for the next day or two, while we're trying to figure out who's doing this
All right.
and why, and trying to put a stop to it, I feel
Your
like
gang is 2d6, right?
yeah, correct.
All right. I'd love you to roll 2d6. See how many guys we can get at any one time.
Okay, is it just type over here, roll
Yeah.
slash roll, or
Yeah. Oh,
oh,
over
doesn't
here, that doesn't quite work here. You have to do it on either manually or I can do it for you on a dice roller.
oh, you can roll for me. I don't mind.
Okay. You get, so, make the phone call. You give the phone call and yeah, who is this?
Yeah, hey, it's Farkas.
Hey,
We're
Farkas, how
running.
you doing, man? I haven't
You
seen you
know,
around.
yeah, we're running some jobs, but hey, listen, I might have an opportunity if you guys want to get some free pizzas.
Sure. I mean, it's by the way, it's Nails. Nails is like your number one guy.
Okay.
Nails kind of sits there and goes, "Yeah, free pizza. What's what's the gig, man?"
So, listen up, Nails. You know the Pizza Mart place where Tony works?
Yeah.
So, apparently some guys are spreading some lies about it, and some people are thinking the place is evil or whatever, so they're planning to like burn it down or some shit.
All right. Well, we can't have that. I like that place. You
Yeah, I
know.
like that place too. And
So
I'm actually,
we can
so I'm
get.
actually talking, I'm talking to the owner here,
All
and
right.
he hired, he hired
Hey.
this group.
Well, I can get we can get like 7 guys down there real quick, and they can watch over the place. If it gets too rough, we might have a problem. But those 7 guys, 7 solid guys, sound like a
Yeah,
plan?
that sounds awesome. I mean, it's only for a day or two as a short-term solution. We're trying to figure out what exactly is happening and why people want to attack this place. So it's not gonna be for long. But I mean, just consider it a couple of days of free pizza, really.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We can do that. We can do that. All right. Play.
All right.
Al,
Nice
Yeah.
talking to you, man.
nice talking to you, man. We'll send them right down.
Okay.
Well, given Al's normal particular skill set, which is to say, breaking things and shooting people, um, he's just sort of like of the mindset to his only his first and most immediate thought was, I wonder how much free pizza I can get out of this. Because he's Al. These mods don't feed themselves. But he's thinking maybe just try to infiltrate the crowd maybe and then trail them back to, try to identify a ringleader maybe and try to, take him aside and have words with him.
All right. All right. There's not a crowd there yet, but you can probably hang with the gang for a little bit, and if somebody comes by, you can, you can talk to them. Sound
Okay.
good? All right.
Yeah.
Honey?
Yes. I'm kind of curious. Could we run a special that makes you busy? I want to see if this is maybe linked to a particular part of the system. Like, is it linked to your advertising? Is that maybe how they're getting in? Or is that maybe what's causing them, if they see you busy, is that what causes them to come in? Um, Maybe try to figure out the goal of what their thing is. Is it completely to shut you down, or is it just to run off your customers? Is it, you know, I can't imagine destroying the business if it's probably the ex-wife. If it's a former employee or another business owner that wants your property, that might be uh, you know, that might be what their goal is. So I'm wondering if we can maybe run a special and see if we can get busy and see what happens.
Okay. All right. I'll have you roll your data search skill and your intelligence on that. So
Okay. How many dice do I do for each?
one die for each.
One die for each. And
So
just the 6. Um, 2's the first one,
two's the first one,
and a 5.
2 and a 5. All right. Well, you have more data search than that. What are your numbers on that? On intelligence and your intelligence and your data search. What are those numbers again?
Okay,
I can look
I'm
them up
just
right
switching
here.
over to it. Uh,
Hold on.
well, and I got it right here too. Okay, data. Data search is a 3.
Data search is
What was
3, so roll 3 dice.
okay? And what is the other one? I'm looking for data search and what?
Data search and intelligence.
Okay, and my intelligence is a 4.
All right,
So
so 7 dice in total.
okay, let me. So on the intelligence, 16.
16. What are the numbers specifically?
3, 3, 4, 6.
3, 3, 4, 6. Okay.
And then the other one is total of 11, 2, 3, 6.
2, 3, 6. Okay. You're able to run that special pretty much and use it using your skills, essentially your influencer skills, you're able to kind of, game the algorithm well enough to actually get the special well above the din, well above everything else, and working properly. And let me see how that works out for you in terms of what's going on. Samir.
Yes.
All right. What you doing?
I'm thinking that we need to find the virus and try to engineer a sort of antidote for it, a counter-narrative program.
Okay. So how you gonna do that? What are your thoughts?
Well, first we have to find the source of the virus, where it's coming from, whose computer is it on,
Mm-hmm.
where it's coming from.
All right.
So we're going to have to look at the social network that is using this virus.
Well, you probably might want to work with Honey on that and see if the both of you can figure that out. I'll let you guys discuss that real quick, okay?
Okay.
All right. You guys discuss that. Michelle, you're muted.
That's kind of why I wanted to do the special, get us a bunch of business so we can try to figure out, see if I can get us, or if we can get them to attack us because we're busy.
I think we could use Farkas's help too. I think if he has some of his men detail and watch and sort of get a basic profile on what we're dealing with, we might be able to narrow down where this virus is coming from.
Alexei, how often are we getting attacked? Are we likely to have it happen very quickly?
Most likely, because it's the last shop, I would say that it's most likely to happen fairly quickly just because they want to finish things off here. They have no need to take their time any further.
All right. What you guys come up with? Hello?
I don't know that we really came up with anything else
All
yet.
right.
So.
Okay. All right. Farkas?
I did have another idea as well.
Okay.
So while my guys are kind of like trying to protect the place, so to speak, what I was thinking is that Farkas, using his street knowledge, he might know if there's any other pizza places nearby that could be like competition. So
All right. I'm not even going to have you roll for that. You have home turf for Patterson, New Jersey. So you know Patterson, New Jersey pretty well. And yeah, there are a couple other pizza places that are viable, some competition. There's Buck a Slice. There's Gold Star Pizza, and there's Reggie's.
do I know if any of the owners or any of the people that run these places, if any of them are like mafia or criminals or sketchy in any way that might be doing something like this, or are they just like also just normal people, normal families just trying to get by? Or
That I'll have you roll on. That'll be your willpower and your street knowledge.
willpower is a 6 and street knowledge is a 4. So do I roll 10 dice?
10 dice.
Or how does
Yes.
that-
10 dice.
10d6?
I can do that. I can do that for you if you want me to.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Two, 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay. With your knowledge, you know that Buck a Slice and Gold Star are pretty much average mom and pop places. In fact, they are places that are, frankly, below Pizza Mart in terms of their success. They're only, they only have one location and so on. Reggie's, on the other hand, Reggie's has an element to it that you would suspect it might be a front. It might be a place where family men might go and get some money laundered, stuff like that.
Okay.
That is that you do know. All right, Al.
Yep.
You're going to, you head on down to the pizza place. You see, about 6 or 7 armed, not armed, but, there's some rough characters that are, around. They don't look openly armed, but, they look tough, and they seem like they're just hanging around Pizza Mart themselves. In fact, they might be scaring away some clientele, or they might be helping the clientele. You don't know, but they're hanging out, in front of the place, just kind of, loitering about, looking like they're not interested in damaging Pizza Mart, but they look like they're there for a reason.
Okay, I just kind of go up to him like, "Are you Farkas's guys?"
Guy turns to you and kind of, is filing his these nails, and you can tell these nails are not acrylic. They look like they're razored nails. And he goes, "Yeah, we're Farkas's guys. My name's Nails. Who the hell are you?"
I'm Al.
Al.
Yeah, just Al. I work with Farkas.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
I just did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
How'd you get the name?
You thick?
I'm just making conversation while we wait for the pizzas.
That's fair. Pizza's good. I like this place. It's a shame
Yeah.
the other 3 burned down.
Yeah. I like Mexican myself, but yeah, it's good pizza. It's good pizza, especially for Jersey.
There you go. Wait, what'd you say?
I mean, come on, New York, get out of here.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even go there. New York pizza is nothing compared to Jersey pizza. Patterson pizza is the best pizza.
You're too far away from the river. You don't have all the contaminants. You don't have the stuff that makes the bread basically like extra chewy. You got to have good Hudson water for good pizza dough. You're too far away.
You think that Patterson doesn't have good Hudson water? We're Silk City, man. We've got more pollutants in our water than anywhere else in the straw.
Get the hell out of here. If I didn't have anti-poison filters in my gut, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Honey?
okay. All right, what I'm gonna do? No, we can't. We gotta stay here. Never mind. Okay, all right. But we're gonna go and we're gonna take one of these and we're gonna go to Monopolies, just across the river, and we're gonna do a taste test.
You're on.
Sweet. I'll be right back.
Michelle? Honey?
Yeah.
All right. What you doing?
Pondering a question. Have you received any ransom or demands from anybody recently?
No ransom, no demands. No, they just, they set this place up to I don't know why they're doing this. I don't do nothing except help the neighborhood out. I've been helping the neighborhood out. I've been providing good pizza. I give it to, uh, I make money this way. That's it.
Well, then I'll just keep watching and waiting for an attack so that we can begin to trace it.
All right. All right. Samir?
Are
Samir?
there any new pizza places that have just come into business?
No new, haha. No new pizza places that have come into business recently, but there have been a lot of people who have been looking at the old sites and look like they want to start a new pizza business.
Interesting. I think that warrants some further investigation, maybe even a stakeout.
Okay. Well, there are three.
Um,
I'm not even gonna have you roll on this because it's relatively public knowledge. The pizza place, the places that are looking to open, one is Reggiano's, is Reggie's. It looks like it's looking to open, new locations. Another place is another place looks like they want to open up a like like a, for lack of a better term, taco place. They're going to use the old location to start, bringing tacos into Patterson. And third is a place that just seems really, really, really nebulous. It looks like they're looking to open up, to buy the land and open up, different facilities. You don't know what they're trying to open up, but you'd have to roll to find out what they're trying to open. But it looks like they're trying to purchase the land out from under the owner.
I think I'd like to roll to find out what they trying to open.
All right, your street knowledge and intelligence.
I got a 2. I'm a 6.
A 2 and
2 for knowledge, 6 for intelligence.
yeah. So you 2 and a 6. So 8 dice, please.
Okay. 1 second, please.
No worries.
All right. Rough.
Oh, uh-oh. What you get?
Total of 19.
Oh, give me the numbers real quick.
Let's see. A 4, a 1, 2 3s, a 5, and a 2.
And a 2. Yeah, after you start looking into it, it looks like it's shell company after shell company after shell company. You can't seem to be able to, make heads or tails of it. So,
Okay.
meanwhile, Clay,
Yep.
You, Farkas, actually. Farkas, you have your team down there. What else are you doing?
Well, I'm going to bring up what I was thinking about of the others. I'll say, you know, the one he was just talking about the Regis. Yeah, I actually heard some unsavory rumors about those guys. Apparently, their pizza place is not just selling pizza, if that makes sense to you. Apparently there's some money laundering, things like that. So they definitely have the sort of like shady profile that would merit at least a closer look. Um, I mean, I'm not a cop or an investigator, but it just seems kind of sketchy. Um, as for the whole, somebody buying up this place because they want to set up something there, apparently. I don't know. If they wanted one of your Pizza Mart places, then that would make more sense to me. But sounds like they want all of them. So unless there's some sort of a, you know, location-based thing where they need all of your properties, um, I don't know.
Hmm. Interesting that they would want all the properties, right?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
All right. Hold on. What are your thoughts on this, guys?
Are we connected? Are we all getting all this information at the same time?
Well, you're down at the shop, but I'm sure that you can conference call in. You know, comm units are easily, you can easily wear comm units, and they're ubiquitous. So
Sounds like this is probably the people behind it if they want. Let's see, you said there were three, and this is the fourth.
yes. And by the way, there are more pizza. Michelle, Honey's function of pushing out special after special after special is getting more traffic to that location.
We are picking up business then,
Yes.
and it's becoming noticeable.
Yes.
A line out the door.
Not quite a line out the door, but it's getting there. Uh, Al,
Yep.
there's even a guy who's coming in, and he kind of has like he's kind of hunched over, and he's got a jacket on, and he's just kind of looking around and just kind of edging into the place. Just don't know why. He just looks unsavory. He just doesn't look like the kind of guy that you know he's concerning.
Does it look like he's got anybody with him, or is it him? Is it just him by himself?
It's just him by himself.
Okay. All right. Hey, Nails. See the guy who looks like he's about to flash somebody? Trench coat guy?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can get behind him, and if it looks like maybe, send some of your guys over on the left, some of your guys over on the right. If it looks like he's gonna rabbit, let's just quietly walk him around the corner and have a word with him.
You got it. We can do that.
Yeah. All right. All right. Give me like a little bit of a head start. He steals a piece of his pizza as he goes.
All right. You walk over there, and the guy just
Okay.
kind of looks over at you, and he's like, "Hey,
Hey, have you tried this? And I mean, it's great pizza and it's cheap. You know, it's really good. Here, have some.
oh, thanks. Ah, that is good pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm. Huh.
yeah.
Is this the special kind of pizza? I'd like the special
It's
kind of pizza."
Oh, you want the special pizza? Oh, okay. All right. Let's just walk over here. Let's just walk over here around the corner.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. So we
You
walk around the
walk him
corner.
over. You walk him around the corner.
All right. Okay. So how exactly special a pizza are we talking about here?
Oh, I think uh, you've heard the rumors about this place. I'd like that kind of pizza. I need to, freshen up my face a bit. And
Oh,
I think,
okay.
some of that might be good for me.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. So, you're the special kind of crazy, aren't you?
What? What do you mean by that?
He decks him.
You deck him. I'm not even gonna have you roll on that one because I mean the guy he's like, what do you mean by blah? You know, you know, you just blood him. Nails comes back around, behind you and is like, is he dead?
Probably not. I basically engaged my mods to catch the pizza before it hit the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you I'm not even gonna have you roll on that one.
Yeah.
So
He basically
Nails is like, I need to get some of that. Where'd you get that stuff?
Langley, Virginia.
I need to go to Langley more often.
I would tell you, I'd give you a write your letter of recommendation, but they'd probably shoot you as soon as you handed it to them.
Good to know. Good to know.
On second thought, I don't think I want this after all. All right. I know where it's been.
All right.
All right.
I have a question for Farkas.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen anybody watching the place since we're starting to get busier?
You haven't been specifically looking, so you can make a roll for it.
Okay. Why did I roll for that?
Perception and intelligence, please.
That's a total of 7.
So 7d6.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious if we've drawn any attention with all the specials we're running, if somebody's watching us.
Oh, that's right. You need me to roll for you. Sorry. I flaked. Okay, 4, 6, 4, 3, 4, 3, and 6. Farkas, not only is it an exceptional roll, but you notice that there are, there's a crowd of people who are beginning to gather. Some of them have signs. It looks like they're organizing down the block from you guys. But, you see a couple of them walk your way down the block, holding signs and some other material. And that's about what you see.
I'm going to call to the others, be like, hey, I'm getting some movement over here. I'm going to try to talk them down from doing something stupid. Meanwhile, if you guys want to, see if you can figure out where these guys came from, or if any of them is affected by the new virus, so that he can trace it or whatever. But his plan is he's going to talk to them directly, and then while he's doing that, the others can try to investigate.
All right. And Samir?
I think we need to follow the money a little bit more. Is there maybe compare and contrast? Is there anything different about this pizza place and maybe the corporations that it works with versus the other ones? Like if they sell Pepsi, is this the only one that sells Coke, for example?
Good question. I'll have you make a roll on that. Intelligence and your data search.
Okay. 4 and a 6.
4 and a 6, so you need to roll 10 dice.
Jeez Louise.
Okay. Maybe I'll get a little luckier this time. Okay. Have a 3, a 5, a 2, a 4, another 2, 6, 6, 2 3s, and a 1.
2 3s and a 1. That's 5 successes. You actually, as you're studying the money trails, you discover 2 things. First of all, everyone gets their stuff from Reggiano's, whether they really like it or not, except for Pizza Mart. Reggiano's is the only place. Reggie's is the only place that really doesn't have a lot of, that sells essentially pizza boxes, pizza dough, sauce, cheese. All of that comes from Reggie's, and they supply all the other stores except for Pizza Mart, which buys it directly from out of town into New York.
Sounds to me like we might quite possibly have a ringer on a
It's
suspect
possible.
here.
It could be.
One other question. Has there been any, say, changes in the advertising of the other businesses, perhaps to capitalize on the Demene virus campaign?
I'll put it this way. Reggie's is quietly kind of egging, like everybody seems to be egging on the thought virus. Pizza Mart was the regular way to go for, pizza. Unless you were like, you wanted specialty pizzas, which of course Pizza Mart is, selling to the masses. So, I would say that really everybody is kind of quietly egging it on, but Reggie seems to be a little bit more aggressive on that, almost perpetuating the memes as they come in.
Alexi, can I
Yes.
roll to do a little bit of sleuthing around cyberly of Reggie's?
Sure, you can
And
have it.
also, I have one other question, and it is that if I can try to pinpoint how long ago this started.
Okay. Hacking and intelligence, please.
Let's see, I think it's 7, but let me double check. 4 and 3. Yeah, 7.
All right.
Ooh. 6651.
6651.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
18 on the 1, and then 661.
661. Okay. That's an excellent roll. You are able to break through their system pretty easily. I will put it this way. Hacking wise, it looks like their system is pretty robust. In fact, super robust for a supposedly small business. But, nothing so robust that you couldn't, break through it with relative ease. Your hacking skills are certainly better than whoever set this.
Okay.
That being the case, what are you specifically looking for in their system?
Anything indicating that they might be the ones setting the virus?
Well, I'll put it this way. It doesn't look like that they are the origin point of the virus, but they certainly seem to be egging it on. And by the way, it also seems strange that they seem to almost be able to pinpoint when the meme starts and launches, they almost immediately share it.
Okay, so it might still be them, but they might have an outside organization doing it.
Yeah, that's possible.
Am I able to determine how long ago the virus set in? To see if there's maybe some coordination as to an event?
About 3-4 weeks. About 3-4 weeks ago.
Did anything change about 3 or 4 weeks ago for the business besides the virus? Did they close one of their stores? Did they?
Michelson, the owner, he just goes, no, nothing happened 3 or 4 weeks ago. The only thing that happened was that we let go of a couple of people. That was about it.
Can I cross-reference his former employees, ex-wife, and other people that he might have issue against the Reggie employment?
Sure.
What would you like me to roll for that?
That would be data search and willpower.
And willpower. Okay, let me see what that one will be. 6 dice.
All right.
Two, 2, 4.
2,
and
2,
then
4.
3, 3, 3, 5.
3, 3, 5.
Boy, if I were playing Yahtzee, I'd be doing great.
All right. You succeed on that. And I'll put it this way. What you're able to determine is that one of the employees that was let go might not be working for Reggie's, but he goes to Reggie's on a regular basis, on a regular occasion. And that started about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, and the ex-wife isn't connected at all?
Ex-wife is not connected at all.
Thoughts, guys? This is some interesting information.
Have we got a picture on this guy?
Am I able to acquire that, Alexei?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
CCTV cameras are almost ubiquitous. So, you're able to get them. In fact, you're lucky that this is the nice part of Patterson because, where you are, most of the cameras have been, cracked open and the tech stolen. But, right on Main Street where where Reggie's and where Pizza Mart are, it's pretty good. So, the CCTV cameras are still there, and you're able to get a ID on the guy pretty quickly. We lost somebody. Who'd we lose? Samir. Hold on a second, guys. You guys have that. You guys have that lead. Meanwhile, Farkas, you were heading down towards the group.
Correct.
All right. So as you're heading down towards the group, you see a couple of guys, a couple of them holding signs, a couple of them, sitting there. One sign has, puppy, puppies. Puppies are, puppies are good. Stop killing puppies, etc., etc. That's where you really get your hint that this might be a group that might be against Pizza Mart.
Right. It sounds likely. I'm going to approach, like, respectfully,
Okay.
not really trying to start a fight or act violently in any way. But he's going to like stand his ground and he's going to say, "Are you guys here to protest?"
And this woman turns and she goes, "Oh yes, yes. Are you here to help us? We need to shut down that place. They're evil. What they're doing is just terrible, terrible, terrible. What they're doing to puppies and children, and so on. It's absolutely just a terrible thing. We need to stop them, like now. Welcome. Come on into our group."
So, hear me out. You guys have a right to protest, but other places, other pizza marts have been subject to criminal activity. So, all I'm going to ask is, you keep it peaceful here, because there are people in there, there are people eating their food, that have nothing to do with this. Um,
Well, what do you mean by that? Those other places burned down because they need to be destroyed.
do you know who burned down these places?
I wouldn't know who burned down those places, but it probably an upright thinking citizen took care of it for us.
Well, I also don't know what happened, but from what I know, the police is getting involved, and they're investigating all of this. And so I think in a way, your protest worked. I mean, you guys can just go home now. Job well done. The police is getting involved, and
Not until puppies and children are safe. We will make sure that happens because you know how the police are. The police never actually look at where the real criminals are.
okay. I think the police does look where real criminals are, but um, if you really think that, then do you think that they would keep them here at this pizza place? Would they keep the real criminals elsewhere where the police can find them?
Are you one of them? Are you one of the
No,
the puppy killers that's just trying to
no,
dissuade us?
no. I'm trying to dissuade you from doing anything stupid.
All right. That continues for a while. Clay,
Yeah,
what's Al doing?
eating pizza.
Eating pizza. Okay, you're eating pizza out front of the pizza mart with nails and
Yeah,
and and the crew.
yeah.
You
He's
know,
watching. He's watching the crowd. He's also just looking out for anybody who looks suspicious, but not like they're you know uh like our little buddy. Um, so
all
most
right.
yeah.
Do you
I'm keeping an eye
happen
out.
to check the ID on the guy you knocked out?
Did not actually think to do that. Oh, well, he's prompt. Okay, I'll go check his ID.
You propped him up in the. I mean, you propped him up in the alleyway, pretty much.
Okay. All right. I basically, go through his pockets and, look for stuff.
Okay. You look for stuff. You find his comm unit. You find his comm unit. You find, uh, if you search through the comm unit a little bit, you might find some stuff. You have about $40 in loose bills. Uh, and and that's about it. This guy looks like he's on the poorer side of destitute, and doesn't look like he's particularly he's particularly warm and fuzzy in terms of his life.
I was going to take his $40, but I put it back. Um, does it look like the guy that Michelle's character found for us?
Honey.
Huh?
Honey. Her name is Honey.
Honey. Does it look like the person Honey found for us? Does it?
No, not even close. That guy
Okay.
is in his mid-20s. This guy looks like he's on the upper end of 30. And looks
And
like he
there's-
hasn't bathed in, I mean, he's skeezy he's skeezy on the edge of skeezy. He's just not the right guy.
Does he have much
Huh?
tech?
No, not much tech at all.
So he's probably not infected by the.
It's
Well-
not a case of infection. It's more like these are people just who are basically buying into the QAnon BS.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Meme viruses are essentially viruses that infect computers, and they don't control you, but they psychologically morph themselves to go like, okay, what's going to trigger this guy the most? Now, unfortunately, it does. It also does the opposite, where somebody goes, "Oh, puppies that if draining the life essence of puppies sounds like a great idea." This is one of those guys.
Okay, but essentially this virus is coming through like an Oculus or like a port.
That is correct.
Into you.
Yes.
And this guy doesn't have much of anything, is what you're kind
No.
of saying. He's kind of like
No.
looking like a bum. So he's probably not somebody we're looking for.
Probably not.
Honey, you owe me like a gallon of hand sanitizer.
Okay, Samir, you cut out. I don't know where you cut out, so I'm gonna just ask, what was the last thing you learned from the? Did you find out with Honey's work that she's discovered that one guy has been reaching out to Reggiano's on a regular basis and is an ex-employee of Pizza Mart?
Okay. No, I didn't know that. Didn't know
Okay.
that.
Then that's probably where we left off. All right.
Okay.
So, Farkas,
Yeah.
the crowd is getting a little bit. I'm going to have you do a intimidation and a willpower roll, please, or charisma roll. Excuse me.
I don't see intimidation here.
Okay, then you don't have intimidation. It's all straight charisma.
Okay. Yeah. So that's gonna be a 5.
Roll 5 dice.
I'll ask Google to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again,
I can do it.
I'm thick.
I'll do it through Google.
I just did it myself.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 6, 1, 6, 3. The group that the group is getting more and more agitated as time goes on, and you just kind of go like, hey, knock it off, just kind of, backing them up a bit, and they're getting more and more agitated as time goes on. Clay is still eating pizza. Al is still eating pizza.
These mods don't power themselves.
Honey, you're muted again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just still waiting, looking for an attack and looking through. Shall I roll to see if maybe we've got something coming in?
Yes.
Something to actually examine. Okay. Let me grab my dice again. Which one will that be?
That will be your data search and your intelligence.
Again. So that's 7. One, 3,
113.
and then 1, 2, 4, 6.
1, 2, 4, 6.
6.
All right. You don't see any real attack, but you do see the meme virus affecting more and more people as time is going on, and it seems like it's being broadcast very specifically from one location. You can't really locate where it is, but it is from one location and seems to, perpetuate out from there.
I feel like I'm in Batman 89,
89?
trying to figure out where the Joker put the stuff.
Oh!
Sorry, I just watched that the other night. Am I able to pinpoint the location?
You're able to pinpoint the general location, the building, but not exactly where.
How far away would you say it is from us?
About 16 blocks, not far at all.
Can I send one of the guys to go kind of stake it out?
Well,
What do you
then,
guys think?
who do you want to send?
Who's got good sneakiness?
Ooh.
Wait a minute. No, I don't.
Do you think he could put the pizza down long enough?
Actually, the person you might want to send is Samir,
Yeah.
who's overall probably your sneakier bloke.
Samir, do you want to go check? It's
I'll let
16
you guys.
blocks
I'll
away?
let you guys discuss this amongst yourselves.
Okay.
All right.
Samir?
Yeah, I'll run a check. It should be easy to narrow it down because as we get closer to the source of the signal, the effect on people should be a lot stronger.
Yeah. And he said 16 blocks away, which would be, what, about 3-4 miles?
A couple of dice rolls away, yeah.
Farm boy, don't know. I have no stealth skills. I am a bull in a china closet.
So I have an idea. Samir, would
Yes?
it help you or get in your way if you had a distraction going on nearby?
Yeah, I think a
Samir?
distraction would help.
Okay, so what I'm thinking, Alexei, is I would like to basically pull up something like a map and tell people like, oh, hey guys, I just learned that, the evil puppy killing pizza people are actually in this other location right now doing some evil stuff, and then like send the protest over there so that when they get there, they kind of like serve as a distraction so that Samir can go inside.
All right. I came in on the end of that. Wow. Okay, so Farkas, I'm gonna have you roll charisma on that.
Yeah. That's gonna be 5 dice.
All right, hold on. Five, 2, 4, 4, and 4 for a total of 19. That is very successful, and you go, I'm going to have you role play this one out. So, what do you exactly say to them? Exactly what are you doing? Role play this one out for me.
So first I'm going to pretend that I don't want to tell them. So I'll be like, wait, what? Really? Wait, hold up. Just don't talk. Really? They're over there? And then just like, I'm trying to play it up a bit in order to catch their interest,
And he's like, who's over where? Where? You know where they are.
No, I don't. I'm just, I don't know.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You don't want to be associated with puppy killers and child herders. Come on. Tell us where they are.
Okay, fine, you win. There's a secret place where the puppy killer cabal is gathering.
Where?
in this location. It's in this location. I'm going to show you right here on this.
You can broadcast the map very easily.
Okay. Well, it'll be like this.
Augmented reality works like that, so you can very much just broadcast the map.
Mhm. You see right there? If you go to this location, if you protest over there, you might be able to stop the atrocities from happening. But you haven't heard this from me, okay? I don't want them to go after my family.
You go, the woman goes, "Come on, let's go," and you better keep away from them and keep away from us too. And
Alright.
literally, they start marching almost scarily uniform into the direction of where the map is taking them. Clay, what's Al
starts
doing?
whistling. Al starts humming. Yo wee yo, whoa.
Nails goes. That's some interesting music you got there, son.
It's a classic piece of cinema. I mean, it's way before your time, but it kind of fits the situation. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, honey.
Yes.
Oh, Al, what were you gonna do?
I guess, Samir, do you want backup? I mean, are you good, or what do you want to do?
No, I'm gonna go in with stealth.
Okay, all right. I'll stick around close at hand. Just holler when something happens.
All right.
Yeah, because there could be the potential that as you're watching them, they're watching us, and I don't want to unintentionally draw heat to my stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
Nom nom.
Honey,
Yes.
what you doing?
Waiting to hear back on sending Samir.
Okay.
'Cause,
Samir,
is he there yet?
it takes Samir about 20 minutes to get over there because it's a fair distance away. Samir, you get over there and it's an apartment block. It's a large apartment block. So there's about 7 or 8 floors, probably about 8 or 9 apartments per floor. And you get there and pretty much like the first thing that happens is that there's a guy at the front desk who's like, "Can I help you?" Samir? Michael?
Okay. Yes.
So,
Yes, we've noticed some strange activity going on. Coming from this building is what I say, and I gauge his reaction to that.
he goes, "And this place? Of course."
Oh no, this has to do with the puppy killing pizza place.
The guy looks at him and goes, "Uh-huh."
Yeah, there's reason to believe that they're keeping the puppies somewhere in this building.
Pal,
Have you noticed anything strange lately?
Pal, I don't know what you're on about with puppy killers, but there are no puppies in this building. Pets aren't allowed up here.
Any new faces around town lately?
There are faces that come in and out of this place all the time.
No, I'm sure you would be very well aware. I mean, being security, you have to have an eye for detail and a good memory.
Yeah. And your point is what?
Well, I don't think you're being very cooperative with my investigation here. I think I'm just going to have to talk to my superior officer and call in some support.
Superior officer? Who are you? What superior officer?
Oh, I'm with the FBI.
The feds? You're with the feds. I'm going to have you roll on that one. That's going to be a con versus and charisma.
Okay.
So your con versus and charisma.
A 4 and a 6.
4 and a 6, so that's 10 dice.
Okay. Okay. I have 2 5s.
2 5s.
6,
A 6.
a 3, a
3.
2, a 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have 2 1s.
2 1s. All right.
Correct.
He looks at you and goes, I don't think you're FBI. You don't look like FBI, pal. Are you FBI? Show me your badge.
Well, I tell him I'll do him one better and show him my superior officer.
Okay,
And
you
I
show
turn
me
to
your
walk out the
superior.
door.
He goes, you better come back here with your superior officer. And he better have a badge too.
Okay, now I definitely think he's hiding something. And I'm probably going to have to call in my superior officer, a.k.a. Farkas.
Okay. Farkas, what are you doing?
I was headed to the place as well, just to see what
Okay.
happens.
You're marching. Are you marching with the people or by yourself?
Keeping some distance. They told me to stay away, so I'm not gonna
All right.
move the people anymore.
All right. It takes you probably about another 20 minutes to come on in, to get to the apartment complex. And getting to the apartment complex, you guys, you get there probably about 5 minutes ahead of the mob. You can move a little quicker than they can. Samir, what are you doing? Samir and Farkas, you guys kind of meet up. What's the plan?
Okay, Samir, what's the situation here?
Well, definitely hiding something. We definitely need to get past security to continue to narrow this down because we're not going to get any help from him. Our choices look like we can either fake our way in or we can intimidate our way through. Brute force.
Okay. I'll go inside and I'll try to talk to the security guy.
All right. You walk in and security looks at you and goes, "What are you doing here?"
There's like a lot of people out there with signs and pitchforks and torches and Looks like they're coming this way.
Pitches it. What? What are you talking about? And he comes to the door and he looks and he sees the crowd. And he goes, "Oh, what the hell is this?
I don't
I'm
know.
paid
I
to
was
keep
just
this place
passing by.
quiet."
You want to go talk to them?
No. What do you? They look like they'll. Fine. He, the security
Take a look at
guard.
this place for you.
The security guard just
Sure, someone comes to.
goes, grabs his hat which has security on it,
Mhm.
walks outside and is like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on? And they immediately start shouting, you know, hey, ho ho, puppy killers got to go. Hey, ho ho, puppy killers got to go. Hey, ho ho, so he's just being shouted down completely by this.
Okay, while this is happening, I'm going to signal to Samir, like, go, I'll handle things down here.
All right. Samir? Samir?
I'm going to choose to stake out the building a little more, go floor by floor, and attempt to look at the mental effect as I get near each apartment and each floor and see if I notice any change in my own demeanor.
All right. Well, it wouldn't affect you like that. It's not, it's transmitted over comm systems. So it would be, and it's not like mind control. That's not what it is. It's more like, again, in like heavily influencing people. Think of a meme that heavily influences you, except it's psychologically tailored to your own prejudices.
Because he's that close to the building,
Yeah,
will I have maybe a boost in being able to look in the digital aspects of the building now that he's that close?
you could probably track off of his comm. That's possible.
Can I roll to find out what kind of security network we're looking at inside this building? Or
Sure. Data search
okay,
and
yeah,
willpower.
and willpower. So that one's 6. Okay. Uh, 2 1s, 2 3 6 6.
2366. Okay. You're able to discover like the third floor has a lot of, for lack of a better term, it has some data boosters on it. It has some signal boosters on it that probably you shouldn't have on you don't need. It's like putting a rocket engine on a Pinto. Uh you don't need that kind of data hardware unless you're pushing out a lot of different stuff.
Okay. Samir, uh, can you take a look at the third floor if you can get in closer? There's a lot of gear out
Okay.
there that might be blasting signals, so it's more than they should have.
Okay, so it's somewhere's on the third floor.
That's what it's looking like from the signal boost I'm getting from you when I analyze the building.
Hmm. If I get up to the third floor, is there any way that we can tell which room that it's coming from?
You might be able to just, once you get to the third floor, which is pretty much easily done, you get to the third floor, um, you hear the power of these things, and it's about 4 doors in. Uh, you can just the lights are dimmer and so on and so forth. But this place, that third floor, that 3 doors in, it's kind of almost pulsing electricity out of it. It's wild.
So, Alexi, I have the address of this building now.
Yes.
And we now know there's something on the third floor.
Yes.
Am I able to take the names of the references of the former employee, ex-wife, and everybody and run it against that to see if there's on the list?
I'm not even gonna have you roll on that.
Okay.
Because
Are we able to come up with something, Eddie?
Oh, yes. Yes, Michelson says that it's the address of of his former employee who was fired.
The one that was working over at the other pizza or hanging out at the other pizza place.
You are correct.
Okay. Is he currently home?
Yes, he is.
Samir, you may want to be careful. Looks like he's there, and it looks like it's the former employee.
Sounds like we might need some muscle because this stuff's going to be guarded with at least one person.
Agreed.
Okay.
Al or Farkas? Who's closest?
Farkas is closest.
Did any of the team come with him?
No. None of the team came with him. They all stayed back at the pizza place because that's where they were told to stay.
Guys, are you armed? Samir and Farkas?
Samir and Farkas do have weapons. They do have weapons.
Use weapons.
Yeah.
Strange things.
What do you guys want to do? You're on the ground. I'm not.
We'll pay him a visit. Say hi. Make friends.
All right, Farkas, you going up?
Yeah. I'm going
All right.
to Samir.
It's a little bit breathtaking to get to the third floor that quickly, but you can get there. And pretty much, Samir, what are you doing?
I think one of us needs to kind of like hide slightly behind a corridor, slightly out of sight. One of us should knock on the door and see what kind of a response we get, if any.
All right. So, Samir, you're hiding behind, trying to find a place to kind of keep yourself concealed, right?
Right.
All right. Farkas, you get up there. What you doing?
I'll go knock.
Okay.
And what kind of door is it, by the way? Is it like?
It's just an average door. It's this is not a great criminal mastermind here. It's an average door.
Can I just kick it open?
Yeah, you can kick it open.
Okay.
You want to make that attempt?
Yeah.
Okay. Strength. Roll your strength and your. Actually, I'll have you roll your unarmed combat on that one as well.
Okay. So that's 10 dice.
10 dice. All right. Hold on. 5, 4, 2, 2, 4, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4. That's 4 successes. You literally knock this door completely off its hinges. Just, bow, just kick it straight in. The guy turned, there's a lot of computer equipment in here, a bunch of stuff. And this guy just turns and looks at you and goes, "What the hell, man?"
I'll look at him and I'll smile a bit. I'll point at him and I'll say, "Oh, you're the meme guy."
he's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here, man. What's the problem?"
Um, sorry, I'm just getting something.
What are you getting? Get out of here.
Approaching and I'll try to knock him out.
You're gonna approach him and try and knock him out?
Yeah.
All right. You throw. Let's see. That's going to be your quickness and your unarmed combat.
That's going to be 10 dice.
10 dice.
Yeah.
2, 1, 3, 5, 2, 5, 4, 5, 6. That's 5 dice or 5 successes. Hold on. Okay, this guy rolled 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1.
Yahtzee?
He literally, actually, as you throw your punch, he leans into the punch, trying to get away from it, literally ramming his face into your fist as you launch that haymaker. This guy doesn't even move. He just, he literally just, twitches once and falls over.
Oh no. All right, beautiful. I'm going to call Samir and I'll say, Samir, see if you can connect to Honei locally with some, I don't know, this technical stuff that I don't understand, and see if she can access this guy's computer and sort of like, I don't know, antidote the virus or whatever it is that she needs to do.
All right.
And,
So
yeah,
you're
so
getting
that's
me
fine.
like directly connected into the computer.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that we can use it to counter whatever it is.
Sounds good to me. Do I need to roll for this?
You don't
Or
need to roll for this because there's a direct link. So
Okay.
you can hack right into it. What are you attempting to do, Michelle?
I think we're just stopping the virus, really.
Okay. Oh, well, then that's easy. You
Yeah.
just turn off the computer.
What about looking for anything incriminating in case we need to blackmail this guy in the future so he doesn't get any ideas to do it again?
Get evidence, and they should also look into if we have evidence of like who hired him.
Well, he's a former
Yeah.
employee, but I do
Yeah.
think we should see
All right. Then
if
that would
there's
be
anything
data.
incriminating.
That would be data search and willpower, please.
Willpower and data search, so that's 6 dice for me. Wow. 2, 3, 4,
2,
3
3, 4.
sixes.
3 6s.
Yes.
Okay.
If he's got any child porn on there, I've got it.
Well, you discover a bunch of stuff on there.
That was the last adventure.
What?
I
What?
said that was the last adventure. That's how we all met. Epstein Island.
Epstein Island.
Why didn't we release the videos though?
Anyway.
So they could get the bad guys.
Yes, no, I know. Anyway, what you guys get is you get the fact that he was fired. He went to Reggiano's, pretty much came up with this plan with the help of, their guys, got some equipment and was blasting this stuff out 24/7, trying to put Pizza Mart out of business.
So do we take this back to the owner at this point?
Sounds like it's pretty much
All right.
job well done here. We have the evidence. We know who did it. We even
Just
have the
simple
guy.
disgruntled employee.
Yeah.
Simple disgruntled employee with, a lot of tech.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
All
Did
right.
I discover how he financed this if he's out of work?
Actually, he financed it through Reggiano's. Reggiano's essentially got him a bunch of tech.
Okay, so this is just a competitor bulking up to help put his competitor out of business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we kind of had it from the start, really. It was, hey, Reggie's and
Oh, this was
employees.
this is kind of short and sweet and simple. So, as you guys are, you guys meet up with Michelson, the owner, not that much later. And Michelson, gets your report and so on and so forth. I don't know who typed it up. Please tell me it wasn't Al.
I am going to say
I think I'll probably
Honei.
type up the report.
Yeah, Honei is the one who types.
Don't let it be Al because there'll be drawings and coloring involved.
I have artistic expression. Thank you.
And as that happens, you guys get your paycheck. He thanks you, and yay, you guys get rent for another 2-3 months.
How much pizza is involved for how long after?
Oh, you guys get. I would imagine that you guys get free pizza for some time. The Crimson
Did you hear
Eagles
that,
get
Al?
pizza for some time, and so on.
We're going to eat the guy out of business. We saved his business, but we're going to put him out of business.
Now the other thing is that you guys also, as you guys do that, and as he's leaving, there is another gentleman, a large gentleman, kind of pot-bellied.
Guys, I gotta be. I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Pot-bellied guy who is in who walks into the door, and the guy turns and goes, "Yeah, I'm looking for Horner." I'm looking for Horner, the owner of the business.
He's out of town on a business trip. Can I take a message?
Yeah, I need his services. My name is John Freeman. I'm
Okay, what services do you need?
well, let's just say that I'm a local businessman. And let's just say that I help out with community problems. And one of the local girls that I'm friends with, her name is Angela. Angela goes to William Patterson University, and she needs help. And it might be the kind of help that you guys provide. Would you mind me setting up a meeting with you and her and myself in a day? I lost you,
I don't foresee that being an issue, but of course, I have to confer with my team.
Confer with your team and tell me what you think. You guys are going to commiserate, or Clay?
Marcus thinks we should hear them out with this.
All right. Then how about tomorrow morning I bring Angela down here and you guys can all talk together. And she can give you her particular problem and how we can help.
Sure, that sounds good.
All right. And as the guy leaves, you can tell that he has, this guy looks like he's been, around the block a couple of times. We'll put it that way. All right. Until next time.